What is the jurisdiction of church councils? Well, that's the question we're looking at in today's daily devotion. I'm Pastor John Blevins. It's Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020. As we come to the almost end of the year, just a few days away, to wrap up our time together in 2020, working through the scriptures, we're asking this question: what is the jurisdiction of church councils? This will be the end of our mini season dealing with church council questions. Well, let's hear from God as we turn in the Bible to the New Testament, to John chapter 18. I'm going to start reading in verse 28. We'll read through to 38. Then they led Jesus from the house of Caiaphas to the governor's headquarters. It was early morning. They themselves did not enter the governor's headquarters so that they would not be defiled, but could eat the Passover. So Pilate went outside to them and said, "What accusation do you bring against this man?" They answered him, "If this man were not doing evil, we would not have delivered him over to you." Pilate said to them, "Take him yourself and judge him by your own law." The Jews said to him, "It is not lawful for us to put anyone to death." This was to fulfill the word that Jesus had spoken to show by what kind of death he was going to die. So Pilate entered his headquarters again and called Jesus and said to him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus answered, "Do you say this of your own accord, or did others say it to you about me?" Pilate answered, "Am I a Jew? Your own nation and the chief priests have delivered you over to me. What have you done?" Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, my servants would have been fighting that I might not be delivered over to the Jews. But my kingdom is not from the world." Then Pilate said to him, "So you are a king?" Jesus answered, "You say that I am a king. For this purpose I was born, and for this purpose I have come into the world, to bear witness to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice." Pilate said to him, "What is truth?" That's one of a few of our study passages for our devotion today. Study passages come together, give us our theology portion. As we turn in Westminster Confession of Faith, chapter 31, we're going to read section 4. "Synods and councils are to handle or conclude nothing but that which is ecclesiastical, and are not to intermeddle with civil affairs which concern the commonwealth, unless by way of humble petition in cases extraordinary, or by way of advice for satisfaction of conscience, if they be thereunto required by the civil magistrate." Let's expand upon that a little bit as we turn to our friend, Pastor Chad Van Dixhorn, and his book, Confession of the Faith. Again, I encourage you to buy that. You will not be disappointed. It'll be a great read. You could get your hands on it and work your way through it in 2021. Well, expanding upon what we've already looked at, the last paragraph of the chapter is a reflection on two sayings of Jesus. The first saying was issued to a jealous brother before a watching crowd. A man demanded that Jesus come to his aid in an inheritance dispute. Jesus, having just been identified as a teacher of God's people, refused to participate. "Who made me a judge or arbitrator over you?" Luke 12:13. Jesus had the authority and capacity as the new Moses to rule over every aspect of Israel's existence, both religious and civil. Nonetheless, in the last days of Israel as a holy nation, Jesus chose to distinguish the sphere in which he would serve. And as the teacher of his people, the one to whom all other teachers ought to conform, he kept his distance from this spat between brothers about an estate. This, the assembly could not but help think, has real ramifications for the role of the church generally, vis-a-vis the state. The second saying was issued to Pilate on the day Jesus was crucified. Pilate was interrogating Jesus about his authority and kingship. Jesus, in response, 3 times emphasized that his kingdom was not of this world, John 18:36. This assertion, too, seemed to have clear implications about the spirituality rather than the worldliness of the church and its mission. Jesus, the teacher, was not interested in settling civil disputes. Jesus, the king, insisted before a ruler that his authority was distinct from that of the magistrate, and so the assembly concluded that the church's officers, in keeping with the unique sphere of the church, should only make decisions about that which is ecclesiastical. The church is not, even in its highest assemblies, to intermeddle with civil affairs which concern the commonwealth. This was a conclusion that no known civil government would resist. However, it was a conclusion which would directly contradict the aspirations of the Roman Catholic Church, which later sought and still pretends to an authority over this world. So a few things to consider and think about as you come to the question, what is the jurisdiction of church councils? Perhaps we could even broaden that out. What is the jurisdiction of the church? And they are things ecclesiastical, spiritual, not political, not in the realm of the civil magistrate. Well, hopefully today has been another wonderful few minutes for you to enjoy, learn, reflect upon, and seek to fellowship with our great God. Until we're back together again, may He bless and keep you.